Stuffed animal storage solutions, stuffed animal storage solutions, stuffed animal storage solutions. I did it. Hey everybody, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that I do every single week about homeschooling and mom life and cleaning and organizing and fitness and Disney vacations and all that fun stuff. So make sure that you subscribe if you're not already and hit the little notification bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video, which is every week. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some stuffed animal storage solutions. That's really hard to say. See if you can say that 3 times fast. Stuffed animal storage solutions, stuffed animal storage solutions, stuffed animal storage solutions. I did it. But it's a tongue twister. But anyway, have you ever gone to bed at night with maybe 2 stuffed animals and somehow in the middle of the night, those 2 stuffed animals get married and reproduce, and when you wake up in the morning, you have about 9,000 stuffed animals? That is pretty much the story of our house. We have so many stuffed animals. Some of them were mine from when I was younger, but most of them are the girls, and it's one of those things that we just tend not to get rid of as much because they're all so cute and fluffy, and oh, you gave me this one and this one I wore one at the carnival, and next thing you know, your house is full of stuffed animals. So hopefully in this video you will find some useful ways to store those stuffed animals that you have in your house that you just can't get rid of, or that your kids can't get rid of, and then a neat way to display the ones that you do want to keep and keep in your kids' rooms or their playroom. So that leads me to my first stuffed animal storage solution is a toy hammock. This one from Amazon is really nice because it actually comes in 2 different size options. There's a 6-foot option and a 7-foot option. So that's going to hold a lot of stuffed animals. And I also like it because you're taking advantage of the vertical space in your child's room or in their playroom. So you're not having all these stuffed animals on their bed. You're not having them all over the floor. They're able to put them up in this toy hammock where they can still see them and easily get to them every night, but they're not like all over the place when you don't want them in the bed or on the floor. I actually have the jumbo toy hammock, which stretches to 6 feet, hung in our girls' playroom. You could also get the extra large, which stretches to 7 feet. So it's definitely a fun way to display your kids' favorite stuffed animals, ones they want to be able to access the most easily, but they're not all over the floor. Or if you have a kid that you say, go make your bed, and they've got so many animals, it takes 10 years to just put all these animals on the bed. This is a really great way for kids to be able to take ownership of their animals and to make sure they're putting them back where they belong so they're still able to see them and get them down, but they're not all over the place when you don't want them to be. I really like this toy hammock because it does come in the 2 size options. And if you don't need it for stuffed animals, it could also work really well in a dorm room or a laundry room to put towels and pillows and things like that. So you can definitely use this toy hammock for things other than just stuffed animals. I also like it because they have taken safety into mind and made the mesh really close together, so you don't have to worry about little fingers getting stuck in the holes of the mesh. Really nice sturdy material with an elasticized border, and it's machine washable. So if it were to get dirty, or you are going to use it for something like towels or anything like that, you can definitely put it in the washer and get it really clean. It comes with all the hardware you need, and you can install it in literally less than 5 minutes. It's super simple. So definitely think about something like a toy hammock when you are trying to decide how to store and organize and display kids' stuffed animals and toys, because it really is a great way to get their toys and stuffed animals off the floor, but they're still accessible and easy to see, and it's part of their room decor or their playroom decor. So for those stuffed animals that you don't necessarily want to be on display all the time, I have a couple storage solutions for that as well. The first thing is to use a beanbag cover to keep stuffed animals inside. I actually had 2 of these beanbag covers for my girls when they were younger. We no longer have ours because we don't need this storage solution anymore, but it was a great solution when we were using it, because basically you just get a beanbag cover, and I'll link some of the ones that I found on Amazon below, that you use stuffed animals inside the beanbag cover as the stuffing. So you don't need like the little beads or the little insert for the beanbag, because you use stuffed animals to fill out the beanbag. It's a really great way to get the kids to be able to have a place to put their stuffed animals that actually doubles as seating in their bedroom or their playroom. Obviously, you're going to want to pick the stuffed animals that are the softest and don't have like big hard eyeballs or something, but pick those soft stuffed animals, put them in the beanbag and zip it up. And it's really nice because you do have that seating when you're not using the stuffed animals, and it's also nice because the kids can more easily switch in and out the animals they want in the beanbag and the ones they don't want in the beanbag. They can easily trade those out. Another great stuffed animal storage solution is to utilize the space under your child's bed to keep their stuffed animals. We do this now in our 7-year-old daughter's room. We picked up this container from IKEA. Now obviously you'll have to measure the clearance of, you know, your underbed height. But based on how much height you have there under your bed will depend on the type bin you can actually get. This one is really big, and it was like, I think maybe $5 or $6. It's a really nice material, so it's flexible but still sturdy. And she keeps her stuffed animals under her bed that she wants to have really good access to, but that I don't want all over her bed, or I don't want her sleeping with all of them at once because there's no room for her in the bed when there's so many animals all over the bed. And it also makes it easier for her to make her bed in the morning because she keeps out only her favorites and puts all the other ones in the bin under her bed. And my last stuffed animal storage solution is a vacuum bag. And you do not have to go out and buy the expensive space bags or Ziploc vacuum bags anymore, because the Dollar Tree actually sells vacuum bags. And I was a little bit skeptical because even the name brand ones that I have purchased have not been that great. They would end up leaking air and they wouldn't hold up. And so I was a little skeptical that for $1 I was gonna get a good quality vacuum bag. But so far they have worked out really well. So for longer term stuffed animal storage, maybe animals that you wanna save for your child when they grow up, or they wanna save for their kids when they have kids, or maybe just they have so many, you wanna like make kind of a cycle of their animals. So vacuum bag some of their animals and then let them keep out some. And then in a couple months, 6 months or a year, you kind of swap them out. And that way it's kind of like all new stuffed animals. They're all new all over again, but you don't have them laying all over the place all the time. They're able to enjoy them more because they only have out certain ones at a time, and then they get the new ones out and you vacuum bag those. And it's really great because it also makes sure they stay protected from dust mites and any other thing that might happen to a stuffed animal. They don't get wet. You don't have to worry about dust mites or anything like that because they're protected in the vacuum bag. So highly, highly, highly recommend the Dollar Tree vacuum bags for stuffed animal storage, or really anything. They're a great option at a very, very great price. So check into that for a longer term stuffed animal storage solution. So those are my tips for how to deal with the overabundance of stuffed animals that so many of us have in our house. Hopefully these tips were helpful for you guys. I will link everything in the description box below that I mentioned, from the toy hammock to the beanbag covers. Now obviously the Dollar Tree vacuum bags, you'll have to check your local Dollar Tree to see if they have those. And then also the underbed storage. I will link the one that we have from IKEA, but it really depends on the height clearance that you have of your bed or your child's bed as to if that one in particular will fit. But that idea in general is a great way to keep the stuffed animals out of the way, but very easily accessible. So if this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.